Good morning. Steve Jolly here with Benchmark Realty and the Moving to Nash Show. And today I want to talk to you about secret number 3, how to drive and keep negotiations on track. Now, Sean D'Souza is a marketer who wrote a brilliant book about buyer psychology called The Brain Audit. And in that book, there's a famous story about arriving home from a long flight. Now, if you checked 7 bags when you boarded that flight, and then when you get to baggage claim, only 6 of those bags are on the conveyor, would you leave the airport? Well, of course not. You wouldn't leave until you got all 7 bags. And Sean goes on to say that the same thing happens to your clients and how each one of those 7 bags represents information that the client needs so that they can understand what you're selling and buy it right away. It's an amazing book. And if you're in a business of any kind, you should read it and then read it again. Now, over the years, I've thought about that conveyor belt many times when working on problems in my own business. And then all of a sudden, it hit me like a ton of bricks. There is a meta driving force behind this human behavior that Sean describes in the Brain Audit. And I believe it's the reason why his ideas work so well. And here it is. People will not make the decision to move forward if they have unanswered questions. It seems so simple, yet it is incredibly powerful in the hold it has on us, mostly because bad decisions lead to even worse consequences, and your primal fear of paying for your mistake will stop you dead in your tracks. People will literally stay in the same place for years at a time until they get the information that they needed to hear, and then and only then will they take that next step forward. And because real estate is a journey of a million steps, it's not uncommon for you or the person you're negotiating with to get stuck. Now, sometimes you know the questions that need to be asked. Other times your gut says that you just don't know enough to move forward. And that's when you need to dig deep to understand their concerns and then communicate that information in a way that makes people comfortable enough to understand and then make a decision. Or better yet, hire an advocate who excels at doing that every day. Now, if you have questions about negotiations or real estate, you can call or text Gretchen and me at 615-257-9996. We would love to hear from you. Now, I believe that good negotiations are key to your success in real estate. And here's what one of our clients recently said about us. Steve has provided us with great advice during the listing and negotiation phases and has done so 3 times we've worked with Steve. Certainly recommend and will be using him again. Now, we still have 2 more episodes in this series on negotiations. Next week, we're going to talk about that one thing that is the foundation to your success in every negotiation. We'll dive into that next week on the Moving to Nash Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and love, y'all. Have a great week.